live on Underground Wicked Radio. DJ Rain, you ain't been on in a while. I'm going to let you take the first question. I'm going to throw you right under the bus.
Okay. Oh, nice. Okay. Who and what was your inspiration and why?
Well, that's pretty easy and simple to guess. But no, let's see. Y'all want like the real shit? Like real shit, right?
Real shit.
Yes.
Alright, let's see. Back in 1992 when I was just like a little fucking whatever I was, my sister got me into rap. And this is around the time when NWA, fucking Bone Thugs, Dr. Dre, all that shit was going on. So I started listening to like original gangster rap. So after that, y'all make fun of me, but it's whatever. I started listening to like slow shit like Boys II Men and just different shit that's just like real hip hop and rap, just old school. And then after that, kind of had a fallout with music to where I didn't even listen to it at all. And then something happened because I was like a major fucking wrestling fan, right? Huge into WWF back then when it was fresh. And it was SummerSlam 1998. And ICP came out with the Oddities. Didn't know who ICP was. Didn't know they were actual rappers. None of that shit. But there was something about it that just struck my attention. So I'm like, I gotta see what's going on with these guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think I was around like 12 or 13, you know? So it was something new. Never really listened to uncensored music before. And when, my mom used to have like the BMG catalog, like old school people probably don't even know shit about that anymore. But like she used to get a music catalog that came in the mail. And they make out some kind of deal where you like get 12 CDs for like a cool fixed price or whatever.
I remember
So
that.
within the catalog, oh, you remember that shit?
Oh, yeah.
Within that catalog, I saw Insane Clown Posse with Greg Malenko. So I'm like, oh, okay. Hey, Mom, can you add this on to like your little, your shit you can get? And she's like, yes. I'm like, fresh. So in 2 weeks, I'm going to have an ICP CD. Don't know what the fuck I'm about to experience, but I just want to hear it because there was something about them, the song they did for the Oddities, that just changed my whole perception of like this is my shit, like it's nobody else's, it's mine. So the Greg Malenko came in, took it to the bedroom, put the speaker volume on like 4, you know what I'm saying? Intro goes through, awesome. Second song comes up, oh cool. And then the third song comes on, Hocus Pocus, and Shaggy's just icy fucking peas in the house. I turn that shit down real fast, shut my door, look under the motherfucker to see if anybody heard it, and I go back to the stereo, and I turn it up just a little bit more. I'm like, oh, fuck with my headphones. So I got my headphones, and from Hocus Pocus all the way until Pass Me By, I was mesmerized. You know what I'm saying? Like, this was something brand new that I've never heard before. I've never heard nothing this edgy, this cartoony. It was something new for me. So from that day on, it just completely separated everything that I was brought up to, just like the normal, be a good person, go to church, go to school, blah, 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 blah. But there's something about it that I didn't fit in with that crowd. There's something about ICP that made it perfect for me. To have those type of beliefs and feelings, but still feel 100% the way I want to. You know what I'm saying? So that is pretty much from that day on, Twisted, everybody on Psychopathic, and then on to Tech 9, and then, like 99, 2000, Korn, Limp Bizkit, System of a Down, Slipknot, just all kinds of shit. And now since I've gotten older, Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, all kinds of old school shit. I can really pretty much listen to anything except country and techno. And that's pretty much it.
Man, you're making me feel old.
Country.
I'm
old. I'm fucking...
I've been listening to ICP since 1989.
Damn!
They have been out for a long time. They were the JJ Brothers. Not too many juggalos know that. There was 3
JJ Boys
back then. Yep. I have interviewed over 6,000 underground rap artists. One person in the whole underground has got that right when I asked what the first CD was and their first name was, and that was Scotty D of Fagel Lovers when I interviewed him last month.
Right.
So, what does your family think of the music you're making? Do they like it? Support you?
Well, let's see. Flashback to when I wanted to start doing music, because it was like literally right after I listened to ICP. I'm like, I want to do this shit too, you know. So I didn't get really serious about it until like 2003, and like they knew I was wanting to do music, you know. Like they supported the whole idea of wanting to do it. And at the beginning, I didn't do like straight up wicked shit or anything dark. I did like some real storytelling type of shit, you know, because that's what I originally listened to when I started listening to rap. So I made like positive type of shit, and so when they heard that, you know, they didn't mind. But I always told them, I'm like, I'm always been into like horror type of shit. Like when R.L. Stine had like Goosebumps books and shit, motherfucker, I'm talking about I collected every single book that came out. I was at Walmart like every fucking month waiting for the next book. So I've always been into like some horrorcore wicked shit, you know. So the music was like the next like step into doing that. So once I started writing just like darker stories and like shit that people can like really, really relate to on like a negative level to make it positive, is when they were kind of like, all right, well, you know, it's different. But not once did they ever say, you know, you shouldn't say that, you shouldn't do that, I don't support you. They've always been there. I mean, hell, every time we do a show, my mom's kind enough to watch the kids for us. You know what I'm saying? She don't bitch, she don't complain. She's proud of me. She's bought a shirt. You know what I'm saying? I sold my mom a shirt, even though I should have done it for free, but fuck that. But yeah, they've been supportive. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah. DJ Ren?
Yes. If you were stuck in a video game, what would it be and why?
God damn. All right. Well, see, I'm not so much a video game nerd as much Cobra is, because this motherfucker can probably I can't wait till he does get on the line so he can like fully explain his whole perception of games. I'm simple, okay? I'm simple. I play Grand Theft Auto online like a motherfucker, and that's probably is going to be my answer, because it's just the simple fact of, you know, you can do what you want to do, and if I did have that option to, you know, just constantly fuck with people and like just put sticky bombs on the car before I get in it and just run into people and blow myself up. You know, I would do that every day. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, you'd probably enjoy Halo then, because you can stick sticky bombs on aliens and people and players if you place them against each other and stuff.
I don't know, man.
Oh, yeah,
the strip clubs in Duke Nukem were a little bit better than the one in Grand Theft Auto. So, I'd probably have to say
really?
Duke Nukem. Yep. Better game. Alright.
Damn, yeah.
So what would you tell an artist just starting out and making music in the underground? What advice would you give them?
Well, let's see, like, no matter what we do or how much of a level we rise, like, we always want to be some kind of influence on somebody, because, you know, when we started, we didn't know what the fuck we were doing. Nobody told us anything. We just winged it and went head on into it, you know? So I think the best advice I could give somebody starting out is, one, don't claim you're the best, because nobody's the best. Two, if this is something you really want to fucking do, then don't play around with it. Put your heart into it. Don't be unsatisfied if you do a show and there's 3 people there. Don't be unsatisfied if you do a show, there's a lot of people there, but when your set comes on, everybody walks out. Keep doing your shit. Just don't give up. Music is pretty much, I've explained this to people that have been like coming up and we've been kind of like helping out. Music is one big endless book. Infinity chapters, right? The only difference from what really separates artists from other artists is it depends on what chapter you're on. A chapter to an infinite book, you know? So it just keeps going. So there is no finish line. There is no, you know, unless you got like short goals and you're like, okay, I wanted to reach this far, I'm happy now. But if you're in this for the long run, like you literally breathe and bleed this shit, don't give up. Don't be unsatisfied. There's inspiration everywhere. Mainly just don't give up. You know, you always get better. You always change your style. You're always influenced by something. But never let anybody or your own self tell you this ain't gonna work out. You're wasting your time. Because all you're doing is wasting time by listening to some fucking voice telling you you're wasting time.
Exactly.
So that's pretty much my advice.
I felt that way about my radio a couple times, man. I've walked away. I'll tell you off the air. I don't want to broadcast this over the air, but when we go to a song, actually, let's cut over to a song. Let's play Remains. Tell us about this.
Let's see. Me and Crazy the Cobra originated in 2003, and just with work, family, you know, kids and all that stuff, it's like Dark Hills Gang has been off and on, and since all the way up until last October, we had a 6-year break, like literally, like we didn't even talk to each other. You know what I'm saying? That's how busy we were. That's how our lives were going. So we started talking last year back in October because I told him straight up, you know, I don't know if like we're beefing or if we're talking or whatever it is, but you know, I want to start like releasing the old Dark Hills Gang stuff. And all of a sudden he just came out of nowhere and talked about, let's get back into it. You know, fuck it. I'm bored as fuck. I'm ready to get back into it, have fun, and like do this shit for real this time. So I'm like, all right. So Remains is basically the beginning and ending. It's like the alpha and omega of killing off the old style that we had, because we kind of like did nothing but wicked shit, just like the typical horrorcore, and it's changing into the newer era of the Dark Hills Gang and Bloody River Records, because we have something bigger and better to offer. We did shit this year that we've never ever thought we could accomplish. We opened up for Lil White, Twisted, Project Pat, Tom Ski Mask, Skinny Pimp. We've opened up for people that we fucking grew up listening to, you know? And all because we just had the drive and will to do it this time. So Remains is basically, we will always remain, and it also means the resurrection of the new Dark Hills Gang. So that's pretty much it.
Hell yeah, homie. I know how that feels, because every time I go and quit my radio for a little bit, I have to walk away. I will go and we stopped broadcasting for a second. What's going on here? Hold up. That's not good. We got like 300 people tuned in. And the server... Okay, let me see.
Damn.
Yeah.
Is it the internet connection?
No, I got that taken care of. What time is it? 10 o'clock. They like to do maintenance on the fucking server sometimes, and when they do that, it has a tendency to boot me off. It's the first time during an interview it's done it.
You hear me typing?
Yeah, you're good. We're not live.
Okay.
Well, Snickers, since we ain't live, I get a chance to tell you what the hell happened earlier. After I got off the phone with you, I started started playing music on music, right? Tell me what, I gotta light my cigarette, which is near the butt, and I had my hair in my face, and I forgot that the other day I put oil sheet on my hair before jumping on the bus to come here, and I lit my hair on fire. I legitimately lit it on fire. I had Maurice and Raven laughing their ass off because I had a flame on my head, like literally in the front of my left eye.
But as I was saying, homie, every time I decide to quit doing my radio, I'll go back and I'll watch the interview I did with Shaggy 2 Dope. I called in to Psychopathic Radio to interview Shaggy 2 Dope. He turned it around and decided he was going to interview me. It was him, Big Hoodoo, and Young Wicked interviewed me for a good 30 minutes. And then he did a fucking radio drop for Underground Wicked Radio. Then a week later, I got a radio drop from Violent J.
Hey, I need you to send me that video so I can watch it. We got that guy here.
Alright, what in the fuck is going on? You know, I've had some shitty freaking luck lately.
I finally get back on the interview.
Hold up, Brian. What's that, homie?
That I'm probably just a bad entity.
Man, it's been... Like, yesterday I went to get on. I'm glad you had to... The artist I was supposed to interview ended up having to work. But my Wi-Fi was dragging, so I called the cable company. And they did a shit ton of updates. Now I have no lag. I'm on gateway timed out for listen to my radio 504. What the fuck? Come on. Well, if we can't go live, we're still recording right now. We can always... I'm going to have to go cut all this out because I got the microphone still on. But...
That's dope.
This is bullshit. Well, I guess we'll go back to some questions. Rain, take a question. We're still recording, so either way, it's going up on YouTube to share. While I fuck around with the radio server and try to go back live. Take a question.
Alright, if you could tour with one person for a year, who would it be and why?
Damn. I don't know. That's a real hard question. I mean, well, actually, you know what? I would say like if Magic Ninja gave Gmo his own shit, like to actually go out and tour like by himself, we could kick it with Gmo the whole time. Because when we did the Twisted show, this motherfucker hung out with us at the end of the show, put one of our shirts on, and then I'm gonna have to send y'all a link to the video too. He like kills every single person that's a part of Bloody River with his fucking ninja star. So we kept on throwing out threats like, all right, Gmo, we're gonna get you back. Like when you come back to Memphis, we got your ass. And he said, okay, we bet. I'm like, all right, like you better hope you don't come back with Twisted to Memphis. I swear to God, because we're gonna surround his ass with Nerf guns, all kinds of shit, and fuck him up.
Oh, hell yeah.
But Gmo was the shit. Either Gmo, ABK was cool. I got to do a show with him, and he was just laid back, cool, chill. You know what I'm saying? But
what about?
I don't know. It's not really about who.
You ever opened up or been around him?
We almost had the opportunity to open up when him and Blaze were with Boondocks, but the fucking promoter was just kind of wishy-washy and shit. But some of the other people that we do associate with talk to Lex and everybody else, and they said Lex was pretty fucking cool, you know, pretty humble dude.
We'll get on that topic when I cut back over to your song. Actually, let's finish up that song, and we'll be back after this. Remains Dark Hill Gangs. Be right back. And we are back on Underground Wicked Radio, interviewing Dark Hill Gang. Dark Hills Gang. Let me say that right. But in the background, we were talking about the night I had Muck Sticky on and Whitney Payton. And I apologize to Whitney Payton the third time I had it back on for Muck Sticky hitting on her live on the air. It was pretty funny. So, DJ Rain, take a question.
Oh, you know I'm going for that red question. Okay. Have you earned your Red Wings?
Earn my what?
Oh, shit.
Red Wings. Oh, God, this is really funny.
Do you know what your Red Wings are?
The fuck are my Red Wings? What is this, hockey?
Who just played it to him, Snickers? Who doesn't know?
Oh, hold up. He is the third artist within 6,000 artists that don't know what earning your Red Wings are. Brother Lynch Hung, Dilemma, and there was another one. Earning your Red Wings is eating a girl out on her period.
I'm into vampires, but I ain't into that shit. You know what I'm saying? No. I have not earned my Red Wings. I have hit it, but I have not eaten it. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's the same thing.
Nope.
That's the same thing. So you have earned them. There's two sets.
Okay, yeah, I've hit it, but I ain't ate it. You know what I'm saying? Like I better like motherfucking medium rare steaks. This just gotta be well, you know. So I hit it. Don't eat it.
What kind of radio I coming on here? All right. So, what is your take of the underground and mainstream right now? Do you think there's more talent mainstream or underground?
Well, I guess I'm about to say the same thing that everybody else says about mainstream. It's all pretty much like puppets on the strings. You know, like they're only making music like I don't know. They're only making music just to sell it. Underground artists have that passion to make it, so they're willing to put more into it. They're more dedicated. And if you're just doing shit independently, like LSP and everybody with Razakal and Serial Killer Records and just even Psychopathic and Magic Ninja, Strange, whatever have you, once you just start doing shit independently, just like we are, you start taking it more serious from an artist perspective, a business perspective. Mainstream is just, you're just an artist. You know, like, you have little to no control over anything that you do. You're pretty much just a poster child of whatever somebody wants you to be. I mean, look at Katy Perry. She used to be pretty, sexy. Now she looks like a transgender. Like, I don't know what the fuck happened. You know, it's just
Exactly.
like the aliens got to.
Right.
But underground, you're just free. You can do whatever the fuck you want underground. No, you have no rules whatsoever. If you are signed to some kind of label, they may have like a little bit of strings on you, but it might be strings that you agree to, you know. But mainstream, like, you're just a fucking slave. Like, you're gonna play the Super Bowl this year? All right, let's see how many fucking people die from sacrifices or some kind of shit like that. Or let's just, like, I don't know. It's just fucking weird of the separation of mainstream and underground. It ain't what it used to be. I know that much. I remember it used to be like fucking Little League and Major League. Now it's just kind of, underground is getting more of a reputation for having better content, better artists, better material, instead of just the same shit that you're forced to listen to on the radio. I don't even listen to the radio. I ain't gonna lie. My wife and my daughter sing songs that come from the radio. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like, that's the gayest shit I've ever heard. What are y'all listening to?
Right.
And then I put on shit, anything underground. I'm just, there we go. Like, something I can relate to because I know the struggle. You know, I don't know the fuck it's like to make a goddamn Pepsi commercial and like sell out my soul and shit just to make people fucking drink Pepsi. Fuck that shit.
That's why I only listen to my radio. I haven't listened to mainstream in probably 6-7 years. I could even tell you what the fuck's playing on the radio now.
I can tell you what's playing on the radio.
Chopper shit. Oh, man. Fuck all that. I'm good. No. Alright, DJ Rain, take a question.
I call it sneeze rap because motherfuckers sound like they got to sneeze any minute. Just,
Fuck that. Is that what's really on the fucking radio now?
All rappers have allergies.
Oh, hell no. Oh, homie, if you got anybody trying to tune into this interview that wants to hear it now, if you want them to call in, they can to the phone line. Some reason the fucking radio server's down, the online radio server, but we are recording right now, so we'll be going up on YouTube. I can drop the number in your inbox and you can shoot it over to them so they can call in and listen in. But all right, DJ Rain, take a question.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years from how far your music has come from then until now?
Let's see, in 5 years, I think that what I'm wanting to happen, and I know it's going to, make a lot of hard work, dedication, time, is for Dark Hills Gang to be a sufficient underground name to where, like, we're up there in the ranks along with Scum and who else is, like, good? But, just, like, up in the ranks, and I would, like, SKR, LSP, just like, say, Bloody River Records, I want to be up in there, Like, you hear Bloody River Records, like, oh, you talking about Dark Hills Gang, Nicodemus, Dirty Knuckles, Creed, Richard the Ripper, Keepers of the Crypt. Yeah, we fuck with them. Like, I want it to be that relevant. I want us to be like, like comfortable, like knowing that we can actually make money and like make a living off of this shit without having to work. Like, I got to work 2 jobs in order to make ends meet and shit. Like, I want to know I can work 1 job, go out there. Like, mainly you sell everything at your shows along with, like, the tickets and the merchandise because it's very hard to sell music nowadays.
Yes, it is.
So, unless you're just, like, selling, like, fucking collect your jewel cases at the damn show or something. But I see, business-wise, Bloody River Records being an underground legit name. Personally, in my personal life, you know what I'm saying, just my kids healthy, my wife healthy, me healthy, everything good financially. And I can't speak for Cobra. He might be like, I don't know, like behind the scenes type of shit. Because me and Cobra has talked about that, about just putting more focus and attention towards our artists and getting them out there. And let Dark Hills Gang just like make an appearance like when needed, or mainly for Halloween. We just did our first Dark Halloween annual show on the 28th last month. So that's like something that'll be us 100%, you know, but throughout the year, just, you know, focus on our artists and get their fucking name out there.
Hell yeah, man. How many artists you got under you?
Let's see. We had back in 2005, we had an underground group called Keepers of the Crypt, which is One Man Crew and Capital Z. One Man Crew broke off from KOK, Keepers of the Crypt, to wrestle for JCW. He's wrestled in Japan. He's wrestled, like, right now he's in South Korea living because he was doing some wrestling shit there. But not only that, once me and Cobra got back together, KOK got back together, and they started working on a project. They even have a song with Bizarre called Diary of the Whack MCs. They got another song with Lil White, and I'm not sure what else they're doing on their album, because Capital Z and his wife are just having, like, they're getting ready to have a baby and shit. So I don't know where the group stands, but One Man Crew steady kicking shit. Another artist we have, his name is Nicodemus. Very talented dude, very outgoing, outspoken, very spontaneous, crazy as fuck. And I think that's one thing people like about him and his music. It's just out there. His partner in crime is called Dirty Knuckles. We're working on his shit. There's so much shit that we're working on with everybody on the label. It's crazy. But Dirty Knuckles, we just signed 2 new artists, Cree and Nicodemus's brother, Richard the Ripper. And my wife and I just purchased a house, and we didn't know when we bought it, or going to buy it, that it had like an extra bedroom that the previous owners were working on upstairs. So I told my wife, I'm like, this is the fucking studio. Like, it's just drywall, there's no carpet, no nothing. But I said, look, this is going to be the studio. So it's probably going to cost like $1,000 to get everything I want with the paint, the carpet, the furniture, all that shit. Already got all the studio equipment. Just need to make it a room. And that'll be the official Bloody River Records studio, to where we do everything known to man except gay shit and just fucking rock it. You know, so 2018 is like the year we officially get rolling. This year was the year of resurrection, of everybody getting back together, getting back in touch, realizing what we can do as a unit. And 2018 is the year of finishing our projects, releasing the albums, music videos out the ass, shows, and just nonstop. Like I said, it all depends on what chapter you're on.
Speaking of shows, did Wicked and Tennessee Records get a hold of you? Tim Williams. He's trying to book you guys in Colorado. Good shit. That's who, I'm actually their official radio now. Wicked and Tennessee Records.
I was going to ask, what was the business deal y'all had? Because he said y'all just, like, got together and started doing shit.
Just combined forces. We've got a website coming up soon. We're going to have live video cameras, live chat. So when I'm on the radio, we can interact a little bit with more people. I don't know if you ever heard of Muser Nation back in the day. Radio? I used to DJ on there. Yeah, they were only around for a couple years. Then I DJ'd on Hatchet Radio for a while. What a joke. We'll say that. But, yeah. So back to the interview before I get myself in trouble. Alright, so what is the worst experience you've ever had playing at a venue?
Damn. Can I have like a multiple choice? I've got more than one.
Oh, shit.
Like, it's like nothing major. It's like, I'm very nitpicky and shit. Like, I notice when there's a mistake and everybody else don't, because I'm that fucking determined to make sure everything's perfect. But, the first show that we did is Dark Hills Gang. My lyric was, what was it? Welcome to the jungle, baby. Hope you got your Guns N' Roses. But instead of saying Guns N' Roses, for some reason I said, welcome to the jungle, baby. Hope you got your bread and butter. And I look at Cobra right quick, and he's like, fuck. I'm like, I don't know. Just keep going. I don't know. Fucking, I'm hungry. I don't know. I can't really say because, I really don't have any embarrassing moments because I make sure that shit don't happen. Like, we fuck up. You know what I'm saying? That's all part of learning. That's all part of it. But as far as anything, like, major embarrassing, no. I mean, I could tell a story about Nicodemus, but I don't know if he would want me to, but fuck it. I'm going to do it anyway. When we did the Twisted show, we had Nicodemus come on for, like, one verse of a song or whatever. And the lyric that he's supposed to say is, I'm not afraid to do a damn thing. You can suck a dick. But he was on stage, and I was, like, on the other side with him, and he was walking towards me. And he looked at me in my eyes, and he said the lyric. And he said, I ain't afraid to do a damn thing. I'm going to suck a dick. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Jesus Christ.
Holy shit.
Did anyone
we pick on
record
about
that
it like
shit,
all the
man?
time. Like, this shit is crazy.
That's great.
Huh?
Did anyone record that? That'd have been fucking great to replay back and forth for him.
That's actually on YouTube. And actually, Crazy the Cobra just pulled up. Say what's up, bro. What's up, man? Somebody owes me $9 billion.
How's it going, homie? So now that he's
I don't know, dude. I was hauling ass.
how did you guys come up with the name Dark Hill Gangs?
Oh, okay. Well, see, back in the day, we just combined the element. There was an area around out where David was called Pleasant Hills. And we thought about what if there was an upside down, darker version of Pleasant Hills. Cause there's a lot of cemeteries out there and it's a crossroads area. So we just brainstormed, came up with it. Dark Hills Gang.
Oh yeah. How did you guys,
Created the
now that
backstory.
you're both on, how did you both come up with your rap names for Dark Hill Gang?
I'll let you go first. Who wants me to go first? Mine's easy. Well, see, back in the day, I used to wrestle here in Memphis, and everybody knows about a wrestler named Cobra that eventually became the NWO Sting, who was the Sting for New Japan Wrestling at the time. And when he left Memphis, I kind of took over his moniker, Cobra, the Cobra. Then later on, I did some crazy shit. I started getting into the hardcore shit. So, Crazy the Cobra. Because I would go see how far I could push it, you know. Lighting myself on fire, all that good shit. Thumbtacks, barbed wire, fluorescent tubes, whatever, steel chairs. And then I was like, I'm not as extreme as these backyard folks take it. Because, you know, kind of half-ass knew what I was doing. But it just stuck. And I said, fuck it, that's what everybody knows me as, so that's what I'm going by.
Hell yeah.
And the, by the way, THA stands for The Hardcore All-Star.
The other guy.
David Go.
He's over there. Is he done?
Other guy.
The other guy.
Yeah, he's done. Well, let's see. Well, originally when we first got together, my name was Joker33. And this was like way before like the ICP shit came up. It was just like, it's kind of like a dumbass, boring, nerd-ass story, but like in 6th grade at the like last period, to waste time, we just play like War, like the card game and shit, right? So we always kept the Joker in it because the Joker was supreme over everything. So somehow I always pulled the Joker card out of my ass and won the game each and every time. Some call it luck. I call it cheating. I fucking cheated. I was cheating. I don't give a fuck ass, please. I was cheating. So people just kept on calling me Joker. And I always had like a weird sense of humor, always funny, made some people laugh. I think they were just laughing at me, not with me, but whatever. And then my grandma bought me a jersey that just had like the number 33 on it. That was it. So I'm like, damn, I'm gonna be a rapper that has like a fucking number in his name. So I'm gonna be Joker 33. AOL shit. Yeah. So I'm like, I'm Joker 33. Like I got a fucking zip code to my name and shit. So that was my name through the duration of like the original Dark Hills Gang type of shit. It was Joker 33. And for some reason the number 33 just like kept on popping up and shit. Like it's literally like it is a supernatural number. That's the last degree of a Mason. That's when Jesus Christ died. That's how many times I masturbate in a day. All kinds of shit. How many times twist titties and whatever and whatnot. That's my business. I'm putting it out there. It's whatever. It just like it got so repetitive in the underground. You just hear Joker this and Joker that. Like it just there were so many rappers that were just naming themselves Joker, like Joker with 2 R's. So I'm like, I'm gonna find something else. And then Nicodemus is actually the one that called me David the Brain because we were working on something, and I just kept on coming up with ideas or coming up with something. And he's like, "Motherfucker, you think too goddamn much. Like, you just David the Brain." And I'm like, "What'd you say?" He's like, "What? I pissed you off?" I'm like, "No, nigga, that's like a fresh name, the Brain." So DBRAIN, the Brain. And the brain.
Hell yeah.
So, Crazy the Cobra, David the Brain, the Dark Hills Gang.
We are going to cut over to a song, Walking Dead. Tell us about this.
Actually, I got drift of the show before it started production and shit, and I was keeping up with it. And just so happened, we had that shit ready by the time the fucking show dropped. 2010, Walking Dead, we had been working on it, coming up with ideas and shit probably since 2009, maybe. We pushed it on into 2010, and we said, fuck it, we're going to drop a Halloween album. And goddamn, to put the Walking Dead on there.
And we are back on Underground Wicked Radio. Now, we were talking about earlier embarrassing moments on Playing a Venue. I was interviewing Scum in Ohio, and Scum, I've never seen Scum quit a set, lay on the stage, and say, "I'm done." That night he did. He was so fucking pissed off. There was juggalettes going up on stage and fighting while he was doing his set. He just gave up. He did 2 songs that night and was done.
Damn.
He was pretty pissed. Yep.
Too much of a clusterfuck.
Him and Insane Poetry were on that night. So,
that's what I said. Some of these shows, dude, it's hard not to lose control of the crowd because you can see them swaying that way, and if they've got access to the fucking stage, it's all over.
Yep. I've seen it a couple times. So, how many collabs have you guys done in the underground, and with who?
Oh, Jesus. Other than people just like on our label, not really too many people. We've done a collaboration, back in the day, I did tons just sitting at home bored off my ass, and I told anybody, just send me some shit, and I'll get on the shit. I don't give a fuck. It's practice.
Yep.
So, I mean, I used to throw collabs out just like crazy, just sitting around. But recently, yeah, it's pretty much in-house and people we know, people that we can touch. Nobody major, you know what I'm saying? Like, if we could, like I said, G-Mo would be one of them. We already got a track planned for his little bitch ass. And I say that with respect. Digging his butt with that motherfucking filthy ass motherfucking pinky motherfucker. The fucking Looney Badger ain't playing. You got C-Mo G. I want my motherfucking revenge so we can assassinate his ass again. What we talking about over here? We're talking about Jimoski. Jamoski. That guy over there, the guy with the fucking, it's not even cold outside, but he's letting the fucking hand like it is. You know what is that? He got a fucking dead rabbit spread eagle on his fucking head. And Jamoski. I'm not talking shit, I'm shit talking.
How cold is it down there in Tennessee right now?
It was cold. It's kind of cool. It's more foggy right now because it's starting to kind of warm up. Does it every time me and Cobra get together, it just fogs up and mists. All fucking Fallen Hill looking at shit.
Snowing here, man, in New York.
Oh, I believe it. You up there.
Oh, by Canada. I could probably spit up my window and hit Canada. That's how close I am.
Hey, that's a joke for Jay Reno. Hey, Jay Reno, how do you spell Canada? You probably heard this one a billion times. I don't care. C-A-N-A-D-A. Don't you know? Golly gee. How you doing there, buddy?
Oh, shit. And then A at the end? Alright.
A.
So how far do you think you guys has your music come and you as artists?
Well, I want to say that we right now are probably underground's best kept secret because we are 10 times more better than we were when we started, of course. More better. And always striving to be bigger and better than anything that we ever do. Like when we do something, it's done, and then we try to upgrade it and just constantly upgrade. It's like the fucking PlayStation updates. Constant upgrade. I can't even play my game because I gotta upgrade. Shit, but we're doing something. Yeah, we'll put out like one album with one track and just live off of that for like 9 years. I was like, dude, David over here on fucking cocaine or something. He started chopping and yeah, I can chop like a motherfucker now. And fucking double timing and shit. I'm double timing, chopping a little bit. I'm not necessarily saying I'm going to go Playboy the Beast level with the shit, because, you know, Playboy the Beast is Playboy the Beast for a reason.
Good guy.
But, shit, I mean, we do what we can, and we always try to push each other to do more, and something different. And not only that, it's not just like I said, you know, with Remains, we put it into the horrorcore shit, like every song has to be something death related or something satanic or whatever, but it's like now we've matured lyrically, we've matured when it comes to whatever song topic, title, like rap, rock, literally we can just do all kinds of shit if we wanted to. I did a fucking Katy Perry song. Yes, he did, and I'm not gonna lie, that shit's bumping.
I gotta hear this shit. Is it up on YouTube?
No, ain't it on your SoundCloud? It may be on my SoundCloud. It's my cover of Extraterrestrial.
I gotta check.
I didn't finish, but it was for a stage breakup, so you know, whatever. Like I said, we're also. I didn't say it to you, but we're also a comedy rap duo. Right? Like I said, no holds barred. We don't give a shit. I used to literally, if y'all could come to Memphis one time and see one of our shows. It's fun because we do not give a shit whatsoever. We put on a good performance. We do everything 100%. And at the same time, we have so much fun that when we leave, the crowd leaves. Yeah. Seriously. They walk out with us. But usually, that's what we try to do is we want crowd involvement. We don't want to just go up there, here's our shit, bye, fuck y'all. You know, we want to go up there, communicate with the crowd, make sure everybody's having fun. Even when we got fucking intermission, I don't give a shit. I'm still up there fucking with the crowd. So
that's the way it should be. So, what would be your guys' dream venue to play or stage?
And we got one. We got one out the way. For the Twisted Show. Yeah, we did the New Daisy, and I mean that's our hometown big little venue. Favorite, you know, it's a place we've always gone and seen ICP shows, Twisted shows. Everybody else, all the big names that come through Memphis, usually hit the Daisy. So we finally got to do that on the Psychomania tour. And I used to wrestle in there, and they've changed a lot in the building. So it was a first for me since they remodeled everything and upgraded it. And it was a good experience too. I mean, not only just opening for Twisted, like the shock value of oh damn, we're about to open for Twisted, but the real shock value came when we're like, all right, we got to do our job. We got to do our shit. We got to rehearse right quick. We got to know our positions. I even had my daughter open up our set by coming out with the candles. She had the plain white mask on. They dimmed the lights and all that shit for her. So it was a good experience for her, good experience for us. And just to do that on the same stage of literally everybody that we've ever grown up listening to. I mean, hell, out meeting Body Bag Syndicate, some guys from across the country. BBS is the shit. BBS is the shit.
I haven't heard them.
BBS.
Fuck, who else? Gorilla Voltage. Yeah. You know, their first time on that type of tour, I guess. Fucking G-Mo's first time on that type of tour. And, you know, we met all those guys. We were hanging out and shit. Everything was cool.
Hell yeah. So, we're going to cut to another song. This one you guys are featured on with 3G. Get away.
Good googly googly.
Yep. You want to tell us about this
This
one?
one's for the dude getting me. This song is, go ahead, David.
This song is, what the fuck am I supposed to say?
It was an impulse song. It was catchy. We wanted to get on the shit and
Good music video.
yeah, 3G.
Oh yeah, thank you. We shot like the show that we did is the same place that we shot the video. We went outside to the back, like little back parking lot, alleyway, whatever it was. Shot everything with my phone. Edited that shit and like
Got old school Memphis rap legend Tom Mask in the video.
he's in the background.
It was his show.
But 3G is a local cat in Selmer, Tennessee, which pretty much there's nothing, like absolutely fucking nothing around. Like, I don't even think they got a Walmart. They might have a Walmart. I'm not sure, but they ain't got shit. But, 3G is like another dude that we've been working with for like a year, just like, he's got his own label, does his own shit, but at the same time, we're kind of like his mentors or whatever. But it was his song. Yeah, he's young as fuck, so he's got a lot to learn.
We're trying to tell him the ins and outs of the business and, you know, the dirt involved and, you know, what to watch out for.
A lot of it. And we are back on Underground Wicked Radio, interviewing Dark Hill Gang.
Yeah.
You guys got any upcoming projects you want to talk about? Any shows?
Oh, shit, man. Hashtag no comment.
Hashtag no comments. But we'll give a little hint out there. I mean, we're giving clues. We've been working on an album since, I want to say February or March. And, it's called Split Personalities. I mean, I'm pretty sure a lot of people are saying, well, Split Personalities, that's not like a real, original.
It's been done, but we've been talking about this shit since way the fuck back in the day. As a matter of fact, it was gonna come out right after Broken Church as a transitional album.
Right. So, that's what we've been working on, and the way we're chopping it up is going to be 10 to 12 songs, maybe. And that'll be pretty much our project to boost out and come out in 2018. And the majority of the year for 2018 is going to be literally in the fucking studio. I'm wanting to redo every single beat that we did for Blown Out Candle, Broken Church, Dark Halloween, and re-record everything with a new modern sound, a new digital sound. Because, you know, back then we were just recording off of a digital mixer. Now you got Fruity Loops, you got Pro Tools, you got all this shit. So I want everything to be a lot more crisp, a lot more,
Less staticky.
But, that'll be the Dark Hills game. Game plan is release Split Personalities, make the videos we want to do for it, do whatever shows we can to promote the album and constantly promote. And then throughout the year recording those 3 albums and another Dark Hills Gang album called Abduct and Destroy. That is going to be pretty fucking awesome. But like all the beats are going to be ours, you know what I'm saying? Besides Split Personalities, it's kind of going to be like a free album in a way. But, Blown Out Candle, Broken Church, Dark Halloween, Abduct and Destroy. We might even have some solo shit drop. We don't even know. But as far as everybody else on Bloody River, Nicodemus is working on his solo shit. Dirty Knuckles, Cree, Richard the Ripper, Keepers of the Crib, like I said, whatever they're doing right now. No matter what, One Man Crew is steady doing. Apache Joe, that motherfucker, I forgot to mention his name. And I want to say our manager, True J. But the way we have all realized how things work now is like, you don't really need like a full manager. He's really now just like show manager. You make sure assistant shit goes good at show. Yeah, like, cause we don't want to put no pressure on nobody. Be like, all right, you got to handle this shit. You know what I'm saying? Cause we're all in this together. We're all managing each other.
But yeah, shit. We've been throwing out hints and secrets.
No comment.
No comment.
No comment.
That's all you guys get. That's tuning in. Apparently, earlier we got booted off the fucking radio. I had too many people tuned in.
Bullshit.
Fucking people, man.
It was probably G-Mo. He. G-Mo's probably one that said, Dark Hills Gang on the radio. Fuck them. And we're like, yeah, well, fuck the NF Gang, too.
He wants to see when we coming to get his ass again.
Nerf guns, G-Mo. We got your
Nerf guns in the parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
Better get that shit on camera, man. Post it on YouTube.
Oh, we will.
Fucking pillow fight.
So, homie, when you got to be back into work? I remember you said you're on an hour break.
Yeah, I know, but I'm a juggalo. I break rules.
I hear you, man.
Bend it like Beckham.
All right, we're going to take a couple more questions, and we're going to hop off here. So, did you guys enjoy your interview on Underground Wicked Radio? Would you come back?
Hell no. Man, we won't be back if you told us you'd pay us. No, shit, we'd be back tomorrow.
She owes me $6 billion for $1 trillion. Oh.
I wish my other co-host
shit,
hadn't fucking bounced on me. She's been drinking too much goddamn vodka tonight. She's like, oh, I'm getting sick to my stomach. So she bounced. Smoking some
shit.
Yep.
We would be back anytime you would let us to. We would be back to be part of something, to be a part of the show. Like, if you interview somebody and you're like, well, let me get the Dark Hills Gang opinion. We bust in that fucking Bird Ernie and shit with our alphabet skills and just whatever.
You know what Grange Mike is? What Grange is? Shit off in general, the shit.
It's a goddamn train.
Well, I got Buck Sticky coming back up next month. We're going to be talking about the movie he just filmed. You guys should call in for that.
We should, because we need to be like, how come we weren't in it?
I wanted to be in that shit. I could beat Jerry Lawler's ass.
I had Jerry Lawler's part. What the fuck you talking about?
Right? Didn't he play the cop in Muck Sticky's new movie?
Sheriff.
Yep, sheriff, yep. Good shit. Alright, so
Power for that shit.
we've covered. Do you guys want to do another radio drop with both of yous on the air? I'll cut it and add it to a couple of the other songs that are going in rotation.
Yes, sir.
Go for it.
I want to do a couple. I'm David the Brain.
This is Crazy the Cobra.
And we're the Dark Hills Gang.
And you're listening to Underground Wicked Radio. Yeah.
And if you don't tune in, you a bitch. Woo.
Do another one?
Yeah, let's do another one. Get your wrestling skills going on. Get Macho Man Hulk Hogan on that ass.
This is Macho Man Randy the Cobra. And I'm coming at you live from the cemeteries of Dark Hills, east of the asylum, and we're putting your ass in a motherfucking headlock. The Dark Hills Gang is taking over. Yeah! Right here on Underground Wicked Radio, brother. Yeah, snap into that.
Snap into a Slim Jim. Alright.
Doing another one?
No, go for it. Do another one.
So everybody know out there, the Dark Hills Gang was on Underground Wicked Radio, whatever the fuck you call it. Underground, it's fucking wicked, it's a radio. Fucking down here, the AM, FM, whatever. What you need to do, put it on your motherfucking internet and your interweb. Calm down, I'm talking over here. Get the fuck out of here. What you doing? Well, I just want to say, Dark Hills Gang on the Underground Wicked Radio. They're fucking there, you know. Now they gotta go somewhere else. You can whack on, but you can't whack off. You know what I'm saying? You get arrested for that shit. Don't get whacked.
I think you guys destroyed JJ Demon's radio drops. I don't know if you know who that is.
Oh, shit. Nope.
He did like fucking nine fucking radio drops that day. Alright, homies. Is there anything that we haven't covered you'd like to talk about before we hop off the air?
I haven't covered my fries. I haven't covered my hash browns.
You haven't covered your bed.
Yeah, I haven't covered myself up in the bed.
I just want to say this, and for everybody that is listening, tuning in, listening to this later, whatever the fuck, if you haven't heard of the Dark Hills Gang, we are probably the best underground secret that is getting ready to be up out of that Pandora's box like a motherfucker, and we are going to make a name and be legit in this underground music scene because it ain't what it used to be, but it's better than what it used to be. Cobra, what you got?
A little bit harder, but it's easy at the same time. We just figuring shit out together, educating the new guys, getting our shit in. You know what I'm saying? And like we said, if we don't do it this time, we ain't fucking doing it because we're getting too goddamn old for this shit.
Too old. I got to rap from a wheelchair.
I'm fucking losing all my goddamn hair. I'm starting to look like Dr. Phil if he was fucking like Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what I'm saying.
No comment.
No comment.
Hey, he wasn't
that
on
did-
earlier. I'm gonna quiz him like I have all the other artists. When did ICP come out? What year?
92.
90? Nope. Couple years off. Nope.
92.
Other way.
89.
Yep. Nailed it. What were they called?
Inner City Pop.
Nope.
Inner City. Oh, wait.
What were they called?
Back then.
89.
Fuck, I don't know. I don't even like them anymore. I got rid of all my shit, to be honest.
Oh, that's great.
And I sold my Beanie Boys. Jay, you make me sad. Not you, Jay, the other Jay. The violent one. Underground for life. Man. Look, I sold my motherfucking Beanie Boys, man. I sold my jerseys. I got my shirts, though.
He actually sold his poster he got from us winning the Fat or Whack contest on the website.
Man, fuck that. I sold my poster. That shit was signed, too. And it was probably some rare shit. It was a fucking... Well, we got JCW posters that we had signed, and we got a fucking Wizard of the Hood shit. He sold all that shit. I sold all of it.
Oh, shit.
I kept my motherfucking hatchet, man. He didn't give a fuck.
Well, I'm sending this over to Fagel lovers later, so maybe Violent J will hear this. You never know.
We love you, Shaggy.
He's flopping it. That's great.
We love Shaggy, too, though.
Shaggy was always ICP.
Jay, please.
Oh, no
Stop popping
comment.
pills. Please, Jay. No comment, Darkest Game, no comment.
No comment.
You should have signed us a long time ago.
Right?
But there's
Man.
still time. There's still time. We can say, don't Otis.
If we would have won the Underground Cycles contest, obviously with Otis and the Needs wouldn't have happened. Everything is our fault. Do y'all understand that? If we would have won the contest, Axe Murder Boys wouldn't have won. As much as I love Otis and, motherfucking, God damn it, I forgot his name.
That sounds like our own real big ego and shit. We're just saying, though, but if we would have been there and shit would have went differently, shit would be different. Because I'm married. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, shit.
I'm devoted.
Oh, man. What's her name wouldn't be giving you a blowjob,
No
right?
comment.
I got a comment for
Exactly.
that.
None of that shit. I'm like, bitch, get the fuck out of here. What are you trying to do?
Go steady jump.
She wouldn't
That's
be
with a flying guillotine
blaspheming.
on the face.
She wouldn't be blaspheming your dick, huh?
No.
Oh, man. That whole fucking situation, man, is all retarded.
It is. It's a...
You were on earlier. We got into this discussion. I had, and I don't even care if I'm fucking live. I had Lex the Hexmaster on last month for an hour and a half interview. And he fucking loved the interview. His managers hit me up and tell me because I'm part of, at the time, I was Juggalo News official radio. Juggalo News is promoted on ICP's site. They told me I had to pull the interview off YouTube.
What the fuck?
I was pissed.
Gonna be jumping across them fences.
Yep.
But yeah, one message to Lex. Man, look, I don't know what the fucking deal was with you and your boy Jonathan. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Hmm.
Leave Sugar Waffles alone. I think that's a settled issue. But, I don't want to really get involved in the drama. I done opened my fucking mouth now.
Oh shit.
I hate it when people do that type of shit, dude. I hate it when people do that type of shit. Like, nothing against Lex. Lex is doing his own shit.
He seems like a good guy.
It's just,
It was his manager.
yeah, there's just a lot of shit going on right now, and there's like, I don't know how to explain it. It's fucking drama. High school juggalo drama bullshit, really.
Yep.
A lot of he said, she said, like nobody, well, Mad Max, you know what I'm saying? Giving a shout out to Mad Max. Shout out to Chuck Reeves, even though a lot of people don't like the bearded one.
Chuck, man, if you're listening.
You know, they're staying on top of shit, and, you know, I don't really fuck with CPN. I don't know if it's just the way he talks that annoys the piss out of me. It's the way he talks. It's the way he talks. Oh, hey guys. But, you know, sometimes I try to listen to him. I try to get both sides. I'm trying to catch up. Like I said, I got rid of all my shit, and I kind of got away from the culture for a while. Try not to be dicks, but it's so hard when you got balls. There's fucking ammo everywhere. It's just laying. It's like a fucking zombie apocalypse. Zombies are walking around. There's bullets fucking laying all over the floor in front of you, and they fit every gun you got. Oh yeah, go ahead and ask him that question about the video game right quick.
Oh shit, man. All right, yeah, because he's the gamer. If you were able to live in a video game the rest of your life, what game would it be and why?
Probably be something simple like a fucking Mario game.
Shit.
Even them ain't that simple. But, you know, I would have done camped out somewhere in one of them little castles and shit and said, fuck that, I'm not going to find that princess. She's pissing me off. You can stay wherever the fuck you at. I mean, have little Koopa babies the rest of your life. I'm right here. I'm in Fort Toad. But,
Hey,
no,
like
I don't know. It's probably
I told him earlier,
Medieval
Nukem would be the game for me. He said,
it's
Grand
time to
Theft Auto.
kick ass and chew bubble gum.
Yep,
And I'm all out of gum.
good shit. All right, homies, we're going to hop off here. I'll be back tomorrow night interviewing St. Luke, 9:30, from Ohio, Youngstown, Ohio. Good shit. Thank you guys for getting on. You have a good night.
No problem. You do the same. Jackalope love. Whoop, whoop.
Woo woo.